I had a question for you because I thought that presidents only pardon folks on their way out. I thought that was.
It's a common move on your way out. It's not exclusively on your way out.
Okay, but
Yeah,
I
most-
probably in my
most,
recent memory.
Most presidents, you almost have a bit of pressure to pardon people on your way out, because when you're an outgoing president and you're gonna maybe pardon somebody that's going to give you a hit on your public persona, on your reputation, you want to do that when you're leaving. You don't want to, if you're a first-term president with hopes of being reelected, you're not going to pardon any controversial figures.
Gotcha.
Because you'll get hammered over it. But if I'm the second term and I'm leaving office and whatever, or you're like Biden, you've lost the election but you're president until the inauguration, you're going to go ahead and there's a certain pressure to pardon your son or other people that may not be, particularly popular to do that.
NBA YoungBoy in one day? Lyndon B. Johnson rolling over in his motherfucking grave right now. George Washington rolling over in his motherfucking grave right now. Donald F. Trump. The F stand for fingering him, because you know he will touch him by the... I see you, Trump. Hey, I got some shit I need pardon too. Come holler at me.
So, the news today is that Trump pardons a couple of people here. Some well-known names that we know, and some I had no idea about. But you got the Larry Hoover, which he didn't pardon. He severely lightened the sentence. That guy had like 1 billion years on his sentence. And then you got NBA YoungBoy, and then you got as you can see, John G. Rowland and Mark Bashaw and Todd and Julie. I think they had like some type of show, a podcast or something.
Yeah, they had the show.
The show, right?
Yeah.
And then Michael Harris. I don't know who that is from just the name. Okay, but former government of Connecticut is on there. What do you make anything of this? And first of all, I had a question for you because I thought that presidents only pardon folks on their way out. I thought that was.
It's a common move on your way out. It's not exclusively on your way out.
Okay, but I probably in my recent memory.
Most presidents, you almost have a bit of pressure to pardon people on your way out, because when you're an outgoing president and you're gonna maybe pardon somebody that's going to give you a hit on your public persona, on your reputation, you want to do that when you're leaving. You don't want to if you're a first-term president with hopes of being reelected, you're not going to pardon any controversial figures.
Gotcha.
Because you'll get hammered over it. But if I'm the second term and I'm leaving office and whatever, or you're like Biden, you've lost the election but you're president until the inauguration, you're going to go ahead and there's a certain pressure to pardon your son or other people that may not be, particularly popular to do that, which is why this is a completely different move. This is a pandering move, and this is why he's doing it now. He just wants to get a jolt of black popularity and some other popularity off of these pardons. That's why he's doing it. Nobody's going to get too upset about anybody he's pardoned.
No? Even from the other names on the list? Because some of those names I don't recognize.
Okay, well,
that's what I'm saying,
NBA YoungBoy is a rapper. Again, young black people are going to be happy about this, and he'll probably pick up some traction with those people. The Chrisleys had a family show on one of those corny networks. I mean, they had a certain little fan base. The people that didn't watch the show don't give a two craps about them at all. Yeah. It's not controversial. They didn't. I think it was some sort of a financial crime that they did. It wasn't like they had murdered somebody or something like that. Hoover, I think, again, it's a commutation, but it is clear pandering to the black community. That's what he's trying to do.
Could he have just pardon him all the way up?
That's probably why. That's probably why he did in that particular case. Now I don't know. I'm assuming there was violent crimes and
all
with his thing. That's probably why he went with that versus a pardon for him.
Okay.
But NBA YoungBoy, what did he do? I don't even know.
Yeah. It's
but
no telling.
yeah.
it's yeah.
But yeah,
Nothing. Like he didn't murder anybody or anything like that. Nothing as crazy.
not a
as
sexual
Hoover.
crime or
Yeah,
something
I
like
doubt
that,
it,
where
yeah.
people be up in arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, okay, we'll put it in context. Why didn't he pardon R. Kelly?
Yeah, right.
Because R. Kelly's crime, the nature of them, the public knowledge of them, offends a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if he had pardoned R. Kelly, there would be a lot of like pushback to that. That would be a negative story for him. And the way this is all played out is largely, to the extent anything's positive about that idiot, this is kind of it.
I wonder, like, how does that go in the meeting? Like, does he say, "Give me a list of people that"? Because what you're saying makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, I wonder, like, yeah, is he around his brass or whatever? And he's like, give me a list of people who I can pardon and it works for both sides or something. Maybe something like that. Or,
100%.
Yeah.
There's somebody in that team that's what
Because
they're
he doesn't
doing.
know. Like, he doesn't know. I know he doesn't know.
He
these
gets a
people like that.
briefing
You know what I
on
mean?
whatever.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what I'm
like
saying.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
So and again, I mean, there's probably like internal people that like are like, have a reason for wanting. The one guy, one of these guys it wasn't a celebrity name, but he he swindled people out of like $10 million. His some family member just donated $1 million to some Trump cause, and surprise, he's on the list. So I mean, some of them got there that way. Some of to me, NBA YoungBoy, it is a clear play to attract interest or positive thoughts from young black people. That's it. That's what it is.
Wow. All right. Well, some of those folks, especially, I saw YoungBoy. He released a whatever, thanking him and all of that good stuff. So, like you said, so now he does that. Now it's fancy, and it's like, oh yeah. But it's not like he's trying to go for another term. Well, at least he said
he's
shut that
absolutely
down.
trying to go for another term.
he shut it down. But
I'm standing us. He will leave by force or by death. That's it. And by death, I mean most likely like natural causes. He is not relinquishing this
power
willingly. He's not. He's not accepting the result of a next election or any of that. Like I predicted, he didn't do it the first time. That's why you had the January 6th and the invasion of the Capitol and all that stuff.
And this time maybe worse.
Probably worse. Yes, absolutely worse.
Yeah. What are we looking at? That's 28.
Too long. So.
Oh man. All right, let's move it along here. A couple of really quick ones I just thought was interesting. A cop waited to the end of the guy who was graduating. The guy at the bottom says, "My cousin had warrants and the police was at his graduation. He let him walk before they took him in." And you can see he give him a pound and all of that good stuff. So, get some, positive police traction in the world. I wonder what he did.
Not enough.
Yeah, it probably was something like a
I'm
crossing the street while a red light.
I'm talking about the traction part.
Oh.
That's not enough.
It's not. Just the positive traction is not enough.
That hill's too steep. But
Yeah.
But again, I mean, you look at like. You have to look at like why this stuff is happening. Yeah. Like they get a story out of it. And what do we have? We have this, smiling black guy graduating, smiling and about to fist bump a police officer that's going to arrest him. But somehow that's a feel good story.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Exactly. Another one here.
And think about it. Think about it again. Like, why even do it at graduation? Like, why not do it later in the evening at his home or, some other circumstance? Why inject yourself into a graduation ceremony? Mm-hmm. There's a reason that's happening. That's not a coincidence. It's not an accident.
Yeah. That's a good point. All right. Tips to save on gas. Check your tires. Avoid additional stops and starts. Get rid of additional weight. Ask if you're getting head before driving over.
That's
hilarious.
The only one that matters.
It's the summer, man. The gas prices are going to be going up.
Or drive electric.
Or drive electric.
That
right?
probably should be at the top of the list.
Yeah. So I just thought that was funny to add there.
I also think I've also like legitimately like making sure like your filters are all like functioning properly and all that.
Yeah, oil filters, stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, for sure.